fiction novel. It's about 89,000 words. That's about
too many for me.
There's no pictures. It's like 370 pages.
I'm going.
But the underlying theme to it is, you know, kids who come from a broken household can carry that with them through their whole lives. So it's like you got this one main character, Ethan Carey, who's now an FBI agent. He's 28 years old, and he's living or basically hiding up in this Manhattan high-rise on the 19th floor. And he's a playboy. So I mean,
living the life.
He's living the life, and you know, he doesn't like to let people get too close to him, because he's kind of, you know, he's got all these insecurity issues and whatnot. And he gets to work one day, and sitting on his desk is an envelope, and it's addressed to him. And this envelope's from this psychotic, crazy killer who's claiming to know everything about Ethan. And basically, this killer's going to use everything from Ethan's past and draw everything out from Ethan's past and bring Ethan along this crazy adventure throughout, you know, from St. Brendan's Elementary School, where Ethan went to school,
all right,
all the way up to Lake George, New York, back down to the Bronx.
So you're touching home with it a little bit. Now, where are you from originally?
I'm from the Bronx.
Okay, you're from the Bronx, so you're touching home a little bit. You yourself come from a, as we're calling it, broken home?
I come from a broken home.
Okay. Now, when did you start the writing? How did this all kind of, were you just like, holy shit, I have a great, like, how did this all come about?
I was driving home from work one night, and it hit me.
On the flooded Bronx River?
I was swimming home from work, and it hit me, and I was like, oh my god, that's great. And the first thing I thought about was the ending, because I was like,
that's what they say. They say
a lot of people,
a lot of people say when you're writing a book or even like movies, you go to the ending and then you work backwards.
I'm all about the ending. Like, if the ending's bad, then I don't want to see it.
Of course, yeah.
I don't want to read it.
Let's see a shitty ending.
And I was like, wow, that ending that's awesome. So I was like, I have to make this book.
See, now you got me hooked.
And I've been writing for a while, but nothing ever hit me like this. And it was like having a you're a new girlfriend. You just want to spend every hour with it.
Right.
So it was like I was so consumed by this book, I had to write it.
That's
How long
awesome.
did it take to write it, give or take?
It took me about a year.
Wow, yeah.
I wrote every day. I didn't even tell anybody I was writing anything. You know, I'd get home from going out, and I'd go on my computer, I'd start writing.
Now, where is it in the actual process of being published?
I've actually been talking to a couple of agents.
Okay.
The book's finished.
Okay.
I mean, I've actually had it edited by a teacher in Stanford.
Okay.
I've had it edited a couple times by myself. You know,
Okay.
you find something all the time. So.
Sure. It's like rewatching this show. I realize how big of slackers these two are. You're like, you know what? I'm really carrying the burden of this show.
All right, Dago Duchovny.
All right, and
you know, my whole thing was, you know, you got all these self-help books out there about how to deal with divorce and whatnot. I was like, let me take an edgy take to this, and let me.
I like it. It's a different spin. Not many books. It's kind of, for some reason, it reminds me of an SVU episode. I don't know why. Maybe it's the whole detective thing.
It's got a little SVU kick to it.
Steve's a bit of a writer.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, you do some writing.
I do.
Now, is this your first major attempt at a book? Have you like kind of had something else on the back burner type thing? Like you're like, oh, I want to do this. Is this like your baby?
I have a lot of ideas, but I mean, this was the biggest one.
Maybe the two black T-shirts should team up, and we'll get some more books going out of this thing. We're gonna get Vincent Brusco Publishing. I kind of like the way that sounds.
Who are you guys? Who do you read? Who like inspired you?
I'm all about like James Patterson,
cool.
Stephen King. I like James Patterson a lot because he has like this fast page nerd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get good ideas.